All right, hello everybody. Thank you for tuning in with us today. Welcome to Nick Talk again. I'm your host Nick, and welcome back to another exciting episode of our podcast. And today we have our two special guests who will bring a unique blend of friendship, cultures, and international experiences to the table. Without further ado, let's welcome Valentin and Ben.
Hey Nick, thanks for having us on Nick
No
Podcast.
problem. How are you guys doing today?
I'm tired, but I'm good.
You guys just
Same.
arrived here in the US, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
a couple
that's
days ago.
Awesome. Wow.
A little bit of jet lag, but not
A
so
little
bad.
bit jet lag. You
Yeah.
guys got to live last night, right? A little
Yes.
bit?
Yeah, true.
That's good.
Yeah,
True.
how are you?
I'm doing well. It's great to see you again. We haven't seen each other for like a year, right?
More than a year, yeah.
Dang, that's
See.
crazy. Awesome.
Really happy we can see each other.
Yes. Let's go. How do you guys say hello in Germany?
Hello?
In German.
You can say hallo.
Hello. Oh, okay. How do you say like how are you in German?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's
Wie geht's?
dir, right?
Mhm.
I guess, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Could you guys maybe give a little like introduction about yourself? Maybe start with you and
Yeah.
Ben.
So I'm Valentin. I'm from Berlin, Germany. I spent 4 years in the US. I met you in high school.
In high school, right?
High school junior year. And I live in Germany again with my friend Ben.
Awesome.
And I'm in university now. I study urban planning. I enjoy architecture and cities. Yeah.
That's
That's it.
awesome. And what about you, Ben?
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm originally from Milwaukee, so I'm American. But a couple years ago, I met this guy, and so we're in a relationship, and he's from
Yes.
Berlin, as he as he mentioned, and his time here in the U.S. was done. So he had to move back, and he asked if I wanted to come with, and so. Yeah, we've been living together in Germany for almost 3 years now, and it's been really cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you's a German person and you came to America,
Yeah.
and Ben is an American guy who moved to Germany.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, pretty
that's
yeah,
good. Like,
a well
so
mixed
good.
Well
group
mixed.
in here, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet?
Oh,
Was
so
complete luck or coincidence, sort
Wow.
of.
we
was-
met about
yeah.
6 years ago, actually,
Dang,
like 6
already?
or 7 years ago, 2017 into 2018. So what is that? 23. It is right now, 2023.
Yeah,
So
6 years.
6 years ago we met. We actually were. Well, he was flying home to Berlin, and I was flying to meet my family,
Mhm.
my relatives in Italy.
Right.
And it was over the New Year's holiday, and I mean, I'm a pretty talkative person. Like,
Mhm.
I think if anyone were to,
Right.
I speak to the people, like when I'm standing in line, I just say hi,
Just-
start talking to
Just
people.
approach people.
Yes.
Naturally. Wow.
And
Yeah.
there was this lady. So I was filling up my water bottle at the O'Hare Chicago airport, and the lady in front of me didn't look very nice. So I
No.
turned around, and Valentin was
the
standing
next best
the next
option.
best option.
Yo.
Yeah, and so I just said hi to him, and we just chatted airport talk, and then you say goodbye and like have a
Yeah.
good life, right?
Small talk.
Yeah, just small talk. Where you headed? Who are you? Like,
Wow, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Do you like water? No.
That's it.
But actually, then we saw each other at the gate,
Oh,
and I was thinking, oh, that's interesting. That's right. He's headed to
Oh,
Germany.
same-
Oh yeah, maybe we're on the
same
same flight.
oh.
Yes. And then we
Were you like heading to Germany at the time?
Yeah, actually, so I was headed to Italy, but I had a
Oh,
layover in
okay.
Munich.
yes.
Oh.
So okay, sorry, I
Yeah.
should have mentioned that earlier.
I
But,
see. It's okay.
Not okay. And then we we said goodbye because we said okay, yeah, have a good flight. And then it turned out that we sat next to each other. Like our tickets were almost the same, so
Oh.
it was really really funny. And then we pretty much talked for the whole flight. And we continued our
Oh.
conversation, and
Wow.
yeah, we
Were you-
talked for
were you guys
6
sitting in the same
hours.
seat?
Yeah, right next
Yeah,
to
right
each
next
other.
to each other. Yeah.
Oh, right next to each
Yeah.
other, huh? Wow.
That was really fun.
That
Then
was really cool.
yeah, we talked about so much. It was really fun. We got along,
Yeah.
exchanged numbers when we arrived, and yeah, the
We've
rest
just been
That's awesome.
friends. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
friends for a while, and then I don't know, and then we just eventually started hanging out more and became really close friends, and then
Wow.
well, the rest was history after that. So
That's awesome.
Mm.
So before you meet him, before you met him, have you met any like German person before?
yeah, actually, family friends of ours are extremely German, like
Oh,
very,
really?
very much German. And I don't know for the audience listening, Wisconsin is one of the most German states
Really?
in all of
Wow.
the United States. And
Wow.
so there's a
I
lot
didn't
of
know that. Wow.
you know, you go through
That's
like
crazy.
you go through a cemetery and it's like every other last name is like, you know, Heckler
Heckler.
or
Schmidt,
Schmidt.
Kaufman,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Schuster.
Yeah. So
What is your first impression about Valentin? Because I think we talked earlier that
Yeah.
you know, most German people, they kind of like more like cold
Yeah.
and not really friendly. You know,
yeah.
what's your first impression when you meet Valley? Do you think he's kind of like different than the typical German?
Yes, he's so
Because
different.
he's kind of friendly, right?
Yeah, he is. He's kind of just kind of.
Kind of.
Little
He's totally
bit
friendly.
Yes.
He's friendly.
No,
Yeah.
I was totally. Actually, I didn't believe you were German. I didn't think you were German at all when I met
Right.
you. Because and then I mean, of course, you've got such a crazy life traveling ahead. So like,
I had
you're not,
some stupid university merch
Yes.
T-shirt, a random university that I didn't even
Yeah.
go to. So
Yeah,
it looked
I
pretty
didn't think you were
American.
German. I mean,
Oh.
and then you told me you're from Germany. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. But you know,
What could-
even the stereotype of a German,
Right.
right? As like, Valentin's not cold. He was super open and friendly.
Right.
A little bit shy, but really open and friendly. And I wasn't
Wow.
expecting that.
That's
So,
true.
when I found out you were German in retrospect. So
But you can get really like stupid people and very
Yeah.
nice people like me in every
True.
culture. So
Right, it's kind of mixed, right? You
Yeah.
can't really like say that all German are like, you know, cold and not friendly,
you're right.
right?
Just East Germans.
East
Just
Germans,
East
yeah.
German.
that is
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
But it's still always fun to compare the stereotypes. Like
Oh.
it's just fun
That's
comparing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a question about you, Valentin. So you moved to America when again?
2017.
2017, right? When we met in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
During your junior year, right? Correct?
Yeah, junior year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what brought you to America?
Well,
Like,
first of all, like a long-lasting interest to
Mhm.
go to a different country and kind of experience a new culture and go to school in a different country. I've always wanted to do that.
right,
And so when my dad moved to the US,
right.
that was the perfect
Mm.
opportunity. He did it for work, and I had the chance to join him, and the timing was perfect. So that's
And
why.
what's your dad occupation again?
He works. He's a diplomat.
Oh,
So he works for the German government, and they usually work at embassies or consulates.
and he has to like relocate every like 4 or 5 year, right?
That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of moving around
Wow.
in the world, which is really cool.
Wow.
And we actually, we had like a little wish list
Mhm.
where he wants to move in the US, but it's like you give the list to the ministry, but it's up to them
Oh.
where you get sent.
You can choose, right?
No.
Kinda. Oh.
But it was so funny. I was low-key hoping that we would move to Chicago. I don't know why.
Oh.
It was a gut feeling.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything
Such a cool
about
place.
American cities other than like cool names, and
Why not LA or
Yeah.
Florida,
There was-
Or
I think Houston, New York, and San Francisco on the list, and
Yeah.
Chicago. But I wanted Chicago.
you
so-
wanted Chicago?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so
Wow.
funny.
Why? What's the reason
It was
behind
a gut feeling because
Oh,
I
it's just
thought,
a gut feeling. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Chicago is kind of cool, like nice architecture.
Why not? The
That Art Deco was beautiful.
Windy City,
Windy.
kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Maybe because
Beautiful weather.
I knew the least about Chicago, so there was a little bit of uncertainty and like
Oh.
new.
Kind of
Yeah.
curiosity
Yeah,
in the way.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So when you first moved here, what is different than Germany? Like, do you
Oh,
experience any like culture like shock at all?
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everything is different, and
Mm,
it's so overwhelming at first. Like I remember like landing with the plane and getting off at O'Hare and seeing the big highways and the big billboards, the ads, and all the fast food and the big skyscrapers. It's just so
wow.
impressive. It's obviously you know it from the movies,
Right.
but it's crazy. It's so crazy to just see it in
Wow.
real life. So
What do you say like the biggest like different like the biggest like culture shock that you experienced in like high school between like German high school system and American school system?
I would say that like just probably how big it is. Okay,
Mhm. The size, right, of like the
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. I mean, our high school is a very big high school.
Mhm.
It's maybe not the average, but I think it's different that like you get to meet so many people in American high school because all the courses you get thrown together with different people. It's always
Right.
you don't have your class and you go through like all 6 years of high school
Right.
with the same people. It's all mixed, so you get to
Oh.
meet so many
Right.
more people in the US,
Right.
and like you get like you're in a new classroom, and it's the same situation for everyone. Like they have to meet new people,
Mhm.
so kind of everyone is kind of on the same level,
Right.
and maybe more open to talk to new people,
Mm.
make new friends.
They're more like friendly and open and
Yeah,
do you see a
very
lot
much.
of like diversity in terms of like race like in high school more than like in
Yeah.
Germany back in Germany?
Yeah, that's another good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's much more diverse. Maybe
Diverse,
not our
right?
high school. It's not the best example
Yeah,
for diversity, but
really white school, more like
yeah.
student.
But
Yeah,
Germany, everyone, nah, but it's less diverse.
less diverse, right?
Mostly white
Okay.
people.
Okay, let me ask Ben like also about you from America, right? And then you moved to Germany. Like, what is like the kind of like a culture shock that you experienced like when you first moved to Germany?
Yeah, a big one for me, and I'm still kind of dealing with it, is like there's such an obedient culture there. So,
Mhm.
when it's like 3 in the morning and you're at a red light. I shouldn't say 3 in the morning at a red light because you're driving, but 3 in the morning at a red light, you're not supposed to cross the crosswalk.
Right.
But in America, you would just cross because there's no cars.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there, people will just wait. It's 3 in the morning, no cars are on the road, and
No.
people will wait until they get the
Wow.
green walk sign.
Wow.
And that's just for an example. And I
They're
don't know,
really strict, right?
really
in
strict.
terms of- wow.
Yeah.
They self-regulate themselves like extremely, and that's so weird to me because this, in the US, it's like it just okay. There's a lot of rules that are more like suggestions here.
Mhm.
Like
True.
break rules, but not the law. That
Right.
type of thing. That's kind of how I grew up. And yeah, in Germany, it's like everything is the law. It's like the stupid
Wow.
like even
Kinda-
suggestions are
Kind of
just
like Singapore, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
You've been to Singapore. It's like really
No.
so strict. You can't really like put the garbage on the street.
Yeah.
You get arrested or something.
Yeah.
Not what I heard, but
It's true. It's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard
It's
this also.
awful. It's like
Um,
the laws and the rules are holy. It's
Yes, it's almost religious.
It's like
It's
so
so bad.
religious, like even though
Yeah.
they're like mostly atheists, but
Yeah.
the way they like practice it, it's like more like like I don't know,
Yeah.
Christianity, like
Yeah.
Islam, like
Yeah.
all that. Cool.
Yeah, but
it's something that the Germans can hold on to. Like
Wow.
maybe religion is becoming less important.
So they idolize their
Absolutely.
rules and laws and government
Mm.
systems.
Yeah.
It's interesting. A little bit sad though.
So Ben, are you currently working in Germany at the moment?
Yeah, for the sake of the video, I'll say yes. I'm working. Yeah, no. Yeah. I've had about 3 years of work experience there
Mhm.
now. It's different. The work culture is
Different, right?
different. A lot of people are relaxed. Like in the U.S., I haven't actually had any private experience, but I haven't done any real like privatized corporate America type of work.
Right.
All my work experience has been in Europe.
In Europe,
Wow.
right?
So I don't even
that's
know.
right.
I don't even know what corporate America is like.
Oh,
Wow.
because after you graduate
Yeah.
from college, you just move straight to Germany, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
And you just got your first job in Germany,
Yeah, my
correct?
first job was
Wow.
in Germany. Weird kind of.
Was
come to
this
think
like-
about it?
Yeah.
Do you feel like kind of like I don't know, like do you think like the culture and the work like life is kind of serious and can be stressful sometimes?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I've only worked for startups, and I would say startups are a little bit more scrappy. And I mean, so there's the stereotype in Germany also that like, you know, you go to work, it's work, you got to get work done. It's like,
Right.
you know, you follow the rules, you get your work done, you do your
Right.
8 hours, and then you're done. But startups are a little bit more ambiguous. And I don't think I've really experienced true German work culture.
Oh,
Because everything's been so much more lenient. Everyone's like really cool.
It's not like a corporate
co-working.
job,
It's not
like
corporate at all.
yeah.
No, I mean, like you could talk about whatever you wanted. You know, you made
You
friendships.
make your own schedule, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And that was so against what I thought you'd experience in Germany. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I enjoyed it. So far so good.
Wow, that's awesome. And you both are currently living in Germany, correct? And
Yes.
are you guys living with like your family, or what's the living situation?
Can you
you
explain
like
it?
maybe it's
Yes. So we have our own apartment. We enjoyed there a lot. It's really nice. And I'm happy we're not living at my family's
No.
place. No,
Why not?
we're all happy
Me too.
about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
It's-
feel that, man. Yeah,
I love your
totally,
mom, but
totally.
Yeah. It's like so many rules to adapt to, and
Oh,
we have our own place. You can,
It's our place.
yeah,
you can do
It's-
whatever
And
you
not
want, right?
theirs.
and
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
That's great. Yeah.
yeah. It's really ours. We have our own rules. We can live by our
Right.
own rhythm. Just really nice.
Yeah.
It can be a pro, right? Like living independently, from
Yeah.
your parent. I think it's
Yeah.
for me, like I move out like doing college as well.
Mm.
It's helped you to like manage stuff in your life.
Sure.
Yeah,
You do your own laundry.
Yeah.
You like
Yes.
pay your bills,
Cleaning.
and stuff.
yeah, just doing the daily chores. I mean,
Yeah.
you really get into it, and
Mhm.
I mean that independence right there is incredible. I mean, some people never had the luxury of having parents who did everything for them, and so they
Right.
like just naturally progress into this adulthood. Where there's other
Mhm.
people, other friends I've had that like they got everything done for them, and it's interesting to. I mean, in
Yeah.
university, not to sidetrack here, but
Right.
you could really
Yeah.
see who was babied and who wasn't in life, and who really
You
like
can tell, right?
who can like turn into an adult, and who is
Yeah.
like struggling to just do the laundry.
Right.
Yes.
It's interesting, but
I think we could all three of us
Mhm.
recommend it to anyone to
Yeah.
live on their
Highly
own,
recommended.
stand on their own feet.
yes,
Through
stand on
the
their
ups
own
and
feet,
downs,
yes.
even if
Yeah.
it's more work, more challenging, but it's rewarding.
Well, and
to
you
grow.
don't have to do it alone either. If you have like a brother
Yeah.
or a sister or friends,
Yeah.
go move in
Yeah.
with them. I mean, it's
You can split the bills, and that's
it's so much
help a
more
lot.
practical.
Yeah.
But you gotta work as well, right?
Yeah, yes, of course.
It could be challenging, right? Like when you like go to school and work at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you like also like work as well? Valentin, you currently in
No,
school,
I'm
right?
I'm
okay. So he take care of the bills.
I take care of all the
Take all
bills.
the bills.
What a great guy. What
I'm a
great
thank you.
lazy
Thank you,
student. I draw my lines. I do my little university projects. I come
okay.
home. It's really chill for me, but I do want to start working soon.
So in terms of like college in Germany and in America, like in terms of like tuition, do you think it's much lower? Do you pay
Yeah.
for like tuition at all, or the government pay for it?
I
Could
do
you
have-
like explain on that?
Yes, I do have to pay tuition.
That's right. It's not free. Everyone
No.
I think everyone in America believes that Europeans have free education,
Oh,
but it's not
Yes.
free. But it's
it's
dirt cheap.
I pay
they're cheap, right? It's
Yeah.
cheaper than here, right?
Cheap. Oh
Okay.
gosh.
200,
By like 10
200
times.
euros. 200 euros for a
class?
semester.
Oh,
for one
really?
semester. Yeah.
For one semester?
Yeah.
Oh, to put that in perspective, 200 euros is about $230 USD.
Yes.
Still not
It's
bad.
so-
I
not
mean,
bad.
like,
So funny, like they recently raised the tuition by like $20, and like every student complained, and they were like, "Oh, I can't do this.
Oh,
How
yeah.
much financial strain?"
Little do they know.
It's so funny.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
It's a huge culture shock,
They
huge
should come
difference.
to America to see how worse it is, you know, in terms of
Yeah.
like tuition. It's like
Yeah, I mean,
most students have to like take out loan, right?
yeah.
I don't know about like Ben, like you graduated from college here, right?
Yeah.
Did you have to like take loan at all, or did your parent pay for it?
Actually, no. I'm so thankful. It was a gift. University
Mhm.
was a gift for me,
Mhm.
for my grandparents, and
Oh, that's awesome.
really happy I didn't have to take out any loans.
Mm.
But it's
Yeah.
you know, actually, I know here we are talking to, and this will go out to the
Yeah.
internet, but actually, this whole loans thing is not something I talk about with many of my friends. I
Right.
usually keep it very hush hush because so
Oh.
many of them have loans,
Right.
and you know, I really feel the pressure to pay it back.
Yes.
And the
Truly.
weight of it,
Truly, yeah.
and yeah, so
I mean, I
Yeah.
have like even like my teacher in high school, it took her like 25 years to pay off that loan. I mean,
Wow.
oh my god.
it can be like, you know,
I mean, that's like
strange.
indentured slavery or indentured servitude. It's
True,
like
yeah.
some modern fucked up, pardon my French, messed up form
Yeah.
of slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like also maybe in the US people don't take university for granted. They know that
Yeah.
it's a big
Mm.
deal and that they have
They
to work
take it
for it.
seriously, right?
They do.
Yeah.
True.
And Europe, everyone kind of expects, the government has to provide university education for me. It has to be cheap.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
$20 raise.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
such a big deal, right?
yeah, completely different mindset. People are not so grateful
Wow.
in Europe, maybe.
Yeah.
And some people, they just study forever and ever, 20 semesters, 10 semesters,
I see.
because it's convenient.
So in Germany, like, what is like the most popular like major that people go into? Is there any like a
That's
really
a great
popular major
question.
that
Mm,
you know
that's a
pay
good
well
question.
in
I would say probably business.
business, right?
Yeah, it's called BWL
Mm.
in Germany. That's all. I think it's
Actually,
always-
business is
yeah.
really popular in the U.S. too, right?
Yeah.
Been,
Yeah.
like one
Yeah.
of like the most famous,
Mm.
like, but it's kind of broad as well.
Yeah,
Like,
business
super broad.
could be economics. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
economics.
really broad. So
Yeah.
You can go to like accounting and finance.
yeah, marketing, and even in
Yeah.
marketing, there's all these sub branches.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's management. Obviously, you're probably not getting a management job right off the bat, but I
No.
mean, you could start a company right off the bat.
Right. Like
With
startup
management.
and all that.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of money out there. So if you have a good
Yeah.
idea for the world, go pitch it to some investors.
Yeah.
Go make the world a better place,
Yeah.
please.
Come to America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. A lot of
Yeah.
money here.
So you guys you know, since you moved to America, you guys just on vacation, right?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
And what's the last time you guys visited like US?
Last year.
Last year,
right?
Yeah.
late
Oh,
summer.
okay.
Last year, late summer.
Wow. So
That's
this
nice.
is like a little vacation. Are you on
Yeah.
break? Currently on break right now?
No,
No.
No.
You still have classes
I still have class
online?
this week and next week, but
Yo.
don't tell my professors. Don't tell
I
anyone.
won't tell. Yeah.
Oh.
Unless
There we
you
go
work-
again. I
okay.
complain about European students, how they're
They
like
don't
not
take
good
it
students,
serious.
but
Here you
do
are
a
on
chill.
vacation.
Yeah, skipping school, but I think it's worth it to see
Yeah.
to see family
Yeah,
and
family.
old
family's
friends.
important.
Good to take some, you know, some break from the stress of school, right?
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any plan in a couple weeks, like during Christmas?
Just family.
Just
Lots
family?
of family stuff.
Take it slow.
Friends.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you currently living in Wisconsin, correct?
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Okay. And probably gonna stay with your parents' home. And
Yeah.
awesome. Wow.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's easy to drive to Chicago, see people.
Awesome.
It's very convenient.
Awesome. So we're about to wrap up the podcast. So do you guys have any like advice for someone who like want to like travel to like Europe, especially like maybe Germany? Like, what would be your like best advice if someone who hasn't like been to America before, to Germany before?
Maybe if you can find someone to stay with, even if it's not a direct friend, but maybe
Mhm.
a friend of a friend, that's a good start.
Maybe just find a German friend, right?
Yeah.
But how though? Like, if like they live in like
I don't
Asia
know.
country with like not a lot of like
That's a good
German
point.
people.
I actually have something to follow up with that.
Yeah.
If you can stay in a youth hostel, it's
Mhm.
cheap. You meet people your
Oh.
age. You can go. I mean, if you're into like going out and partying, you can stay in like a party hostel. But there's also youth hostels that aren't so party orientated. So I mean, there's everything out there. And hostels, I mean, they just you get how do you if you don't know what hostel is, you usually share a room with like 6, 7, 8 people sometimes. So you just get like a bunk bed. It's very communal. You get like a locker for your stuff. But it's a great way to meet people. There's usually events or events really, and
Yeah,
activities,
that's true.
and it's a great way.
Oh,
I lived in Spain for
And you
6
make a lot of
months,
friends
and
too during
Yeah.
that time.
yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
made so many friends traveling. Is just staying at hostels, and you
Yeah.
get their numbers, and you get them on
Yeah.
social media, and then so next time you're in
Mhm.
Europe, or maybe they're from Australia. You're in Germany and you meet someone from Australia. You've always wanted to go to Australia. Great, now you just made a friend in Australia
Mhm.
that you can go
Yeah.
stay with. So that
Wow.
maybe
Yeah.
the first trip is the hardest, but then the second, third, fourth, and fifth trip is just
Gets easier and easier.
Easy. You can stay
Yeah.
with your friend's house. You're
Exactly.
gonna meet so many people, right?
That's a great
along
point.
the way.
And with the
Wow.
hostels, it's great because it's almost like a cute little community.
Mhm.
Everyone wants to experience a lot of stuff, and
they're all
Wow.
open to talking.
they give
That's
you
awesome.
advice what to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would say taking the train in Europe is great because it's
Oh.
cheap, and it's very, it's cheap. It's a fun way to travel. You can take your
Is the
luggage.
train like kind of like connected to all like different part of Europe, like
Yeah.
every country?
Can get almost anywhere by
Oh,
train.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Some
Wow.
exceptions, of course, but
Wow.
but the train is not that fast compared to a plane. So if you're okay just taking, that is
Yeah.
like something you have to know is like the train systems are, I would say, for the most part reliable, but they're slower than airplanes. Of course, significantly cheaper though.
But it's kind of nice where you can see all the landscape
Yes.
along the ways, and
This is something
the
that's
beauty
special.
of the nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, and
awesome.
also trains are a great place to meet people
Meet
traveling.
people,
Also,
right.
so
A lot of young people use it. For
exactly,
Wow.
exactly.
So you will meet a lot of like camper and all that traveler.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's easy
awesome.
to spot them, like people with big backpacks and pillows and blankets.
Do people like walking like naked on the train? No, right? No.
Maybe.
maybe sometime, maybe in Berlin.
In Berlin.
God, Berlin.
That's crazy.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Anyways.
Sodom and Gomorrah. The sinful city, right?
Yeah, sinful,
if LA is Sodom, then
Is it-
Berlin is Gomorrah.
That's awesome.
Last parting words. That vacation you want to do, just do it. You'll find the finances, you'll find the money. Like if you can just find the bare minimum, just do it, because you're gonna keep telling yourself over again, "Oh, I want to do it," but you're never gonna do it. So just
just do
Just
it.
take
yeah.
action, right?
take action and do it, because you're gonna thank yourself after it's done.
It's worth
Yes.
it. Totally,
Always.
right?
It's worth
Wow.
it. Yes.
Yeah, just
So-
like Nike said, right?
Just
do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for hopping in on my podcast today.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you guys here.
Thank you
And,
for having us.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
you so much.
And I'll see you guys
Appreciate
around.
you. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you.
See you,
Bye,
audience.
guys.
Bye bye. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys.